we are live. Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We have with us in the room once again Uncle James Ali Bashir. Uncle, how are we doing?
We're doing all right. Everything's good.
Fantastic, Uncle. So,
About as good as they could be.
yeah, as good as it can be. Talk to us more about what's been going on with you recently.
Well, I'm upset about this decision that they made in the Clarissa Shields brothers case. Uh, Very upset about that. I haven't gotten over that. It still amazes me how the prosecution and all of the politicians that's involved with that case, because they are politicians behind the scene. I know that. That's the only way this could have happened. It had to be some kind of political influence to get this decision made. It's just a it's just astonishing how people can make a decision based on somebody else's life, somebody else's casualty, and they just dismiss it. Like it's just another day of business. So I'm upset about that. I think that for the boxing world and the world in general, I think this sends out dangerous precedents. I think it says that that black people can virtually kill other black people and get away with it if they know somebody, or if they have some political influence, if they have some money or something of that nature. You can basically, a black can kill another black and nothing won't happen. But if the same thing happens with a white individual, then there's hell to pay. There's a totally different outlook on the case. So I think that this sends out a dangerous precedent. And even my white constituents will agree with me. Had this been a white man or white woman that this person attacked in such a brutal manner, then this surely wouldn't have been a situation where they say that that there's aggravated assault and then just go away.
Well, historically, Uncle, for
I
a
mean,
second,
nobody.
do you know of any situations historically where something similar to this has happened to somebody who's not a person of color? There must have
Oh
been in
man,
boxing history.
in America, I don't know about Britain, but in America, he could never have done this to a white individual involved in boxing or non-boxing. He could have never gotten away with that. They would have hung him up by his bootstraps and aired him out to dry. I'm telling you, this wouldn't happen. And anybody that's listening to this interview will know that I'm telling the truth. This person struck me from behind, and he attempted to leave the situation, to leave the area after he did it. He struck me from behind, and he did some serious damage to my head. I'm very fortunate to be able to communicate with you, to talk with you now, and man, it's just beyond me what they were thinking when they said, "Okay, we're just going to give you aggravated assault," which downgrades his charges to what is commonly known as misdemeanor, and where you get a slap on the wrist. He'll likely do get a year sentence in jail, which he's already served 4 months. So basically he'll be out of jail in 2 or 3 months, and life goes on. But had this been, like I said, a white individual, it would have been handled differently. Nobody ever called me to get my thoughts on this here. The prosecution, nobody called me to ask me, what did you think about this plea deal that was being made? It was strictly a backroom hillbilly, you know, uh, some kind of backroom deal that you just make over some politics. Will now ready to. We don't need the permission of Bashir. We'll just make this deal and we'll go with it. Is it good with you? Yeah, Frank, it's good with me. Good, let's go. But nobody didn't ask any thoughts what I thought about it or anything. They just made the deal, and it's sending out a dangerous message, a very dangerous message because people are going to be left to say, well, what the hell am I playing by the rules? What is the significance of my playing by the rules? I'd be better off taking the law into my own hands. You know, I'd be better off because they're not going to do nothing. They're going to slap on the wrist, and they're going to let them go, and they're going to hurt somebody else. So why should I have to play by the rules? This is the kind of message that's being sent to all people in the world that
So
I can
he,
get away with this.
so he's going to release in a few months' time. What happens then to him?
What happens to who?
Artist smack.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, as much as I would like to do something to him, it's like as much as I would really, really like to do something to him, I wouldn't dare do nothing because I know that I'm being watched. I know that if something happens to him, then I'm the first person they're going to come to. But I didn't grow up in Beverly Hills. I grew up on the streets of Newark, New Jersey, and Harlem. You know, Harlem, New York, Newark, New Jersey. And I did not grow up in an atmosphere where you do these kind of things and just walk away. You have to constantly look over your shoulder. When you wrong people, when you do things wrong like they did, you have to spend pretty much the rest of your life looking over your shoulder because you never know. You know, but I wouldn't take part in anything. You know, I wouldn't do anything. You know, as much as I would like to. You know,
But then,
I'm just
Uncle.
not the kind of guy.
But okay,
Huh?
look. Okay, let's put it this way: even if you didn't want to do something about it, and there were people that were enraged by what happened and took revenge on the basis of they have a relationship with you or the basis that they are upset, then that could come back on you because of how you feel.
They can't come back on me because I'm not doing nothing. I know, you know, they can come back and ask me. They can come back and confront me. But I know for a fact that I'm not going to do nothing. I'd be a fool to do something because I know that the eyes of the powers that be are watching me and will be watching me for some time. You know, thinking that I would like to get back, and I would like to get back. I would like to bust his ass. I would like to bust his ass. But I know better. I know that I won't be able to do that. You know, I won't be able to act on my feelings because I know that it would get me in trouble. You know, it would get me in some serious trouble.
Maybe,
But it still does.
maybe,
It still doesn't stop my wishes. It still doesn't stop my
maybe,
desire.
maybe Dave Feldman can do a charity special with you and Artist Mac in the ring together. You can set your differences there.
Uh, now that's humane for a savage like artist Mac. He's a savage, and in a ring that would be too humane for him. You sort of what he did. He hit me in the back of the head, and he ran out the door. So it tells you what kind of individual he is. I don't look to be humane to him. I want to deal the same blow that he dealt to me. You know,
Eye for an eye,
and
and tooth
so
for a tooth.
pretty much that's the school that I come from. That's the school I was raised up in. And I didn't get here this far by just being some kind of quiet boy. I got this far because I respected those forces in the streets and they respected me. That's why I got this far. Because I always had respect for the people that I had to deal with in the street when I was growing up. You just didn't do things like that and walk away. I never wanted to spend the rest of my life looking over my shoulder because I knew at some point, that somebody was going to come back.
You know, Uncle. When I think about what we had planned together for you to come to the UK, for you to do a tour of the UK, for you to visit the UK gyms, for you to do a boxing masterclass. When I talked to you about these things and I mentioned these things to you, and then this fight came up, was it all worth it?
It's destiny. It's my destiny. I'm a boxing trainer, and
Yeah, but you could have been in London. Imagine you could have been in London now, dude. You could have been in London that
yeah,
time
yeah,
doing a
yeah. I could. Well,
masterclass.
I could. I don't live my life on the basis of if I could or woulda,
Shoulda, woulda,
shoulda.
shoulda. Of course. But
Yeah,
frustratingly for
you know.
me, from my end, thinking to myself, what came of all of this? What came of it? That's the
Well, it
frustrating
could
for
have.
me. What came
I
of
could
it?
have gone. I could have been. I could have gone to London and had a car. The point that I'm trying to make, the scenario that I'm trying to create, is that I could have gone to London and something worse would have happened or could have happened.
Unlikely. Unlikely. Unlikely.
We can't say. We can't say. We just gotta assume that it was not going to happen.
I don't think so, Uncle.
Like
I
I
really
said,
don't.
I've traveled to many countries in this world, some of the worst ghettos in the world. I mean, some of the most threatening ghettos in the world, and nothing ever happened to me.
This is
I
what
didn't
I'm
get a
saying to you.
scratch.
This is what
I
I'm
didn't
saying
get a
to you.
scratch. But it took somebody that looked like me in a place that was supposed to be friendly to me for this kind of thing to happen. I think that this person was just looking to make some kind of a reputation for himself, by committing such a cowardly act. And there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, you look at John Wilkes Booth with Abe Lincoln, you know, in American history,
Mm-hmm.
it's so many cowardly acts in the annals of the American history. People say if Lincoln wouldn't have gone to the theater that night, this wouldn't have happened. So you can't never, stop living because some coward is out there lurking around the corner.
So, in terms of rehabilitation for yourself, I know the physical rehabilitation is underway, but what about the mental and emotional rehabilitation for yourself?
That's in God's hands. I'm struggling with it. And this decision that these more cowards, I call the people who made the decision, they're cowards too, because it didn't happen to them. It didn't happen to one of their loved ones.
Yeah, I was just about to say, had it happened
You
to
know,
one of their loved ones, would they have been so quick to have responded in that
yeah,
manner?
yeah. See, it didn't happen to one of their loved ones. You know, so it was easy to say, well, okay, let's just give them a slap on the wrist, let it go away, and we close the books on this here. Political jive. So it didn't happen to them, so it's easy for them to close the book. But if it had been their grandfather, their mother, or their aunt, or any relative, how easy would it be for them to close the book? You know, they refer to us by the N word, all right? They refer to us by the N words, and it goes on Britain too, Jamaica, you know, throughout the world. It's easy for them to assault each other, to rape each other, to violate each other. They do it all the time. So why should we be alarmed about it? Why should we take any drastic action to punish them? Because they do it all the time, you know? And that's how it is. So it's easy for them to make a decision based on that, despite the fact that I might be a upstanding guy, which I consider myself to be an upstanding guy, and whites and blacks alike cherish me, extend themselves to me. But these people made that decision based on political reasons, based on putting a feather in the cap. Well, I solved the case. I got this case done with. And I got Artist Mac off with a slap on the wrist. But I can tell you now, he's going to do it again. going to do it again. He's got aggravated assault, felony aggravated assault on his record. I don't know whether the arson, the house that he set on fire, I think that's a felony too. So he's only been in jail a few months. He's gonna do it again, and maybe next time he's gonna kill somebody. And then those people who were involved in this, they'll go stick their head in the hole until everything blows open, and then they'll resurface. This guy's a coward. He's a dangerous coward. Benedict Arnold, all these other cowards. They take pride in being cowards and committing cowardly acts. So, yeah, I believe that he's going to do it again. I think he's going to do it again. So, but I wouldn't lift a finger. He's not worth my going to jail for. Now, if I acted up on my emotions and did something to him, they would bury me. Or they'd bury me. They'd give me 15 years. They'd bury me for simply doing something to somebody who did something to me. I can have a desire, I can have a will, but I can't act on those wills because I know that I'm being watched. I know if I set foot anywhere near that town, and somebody that knows me and see me in that town, then I'm in serious trouble if something happens there. So it just has to stay as the emotion. It's frustrating, but that's not to stop somebody else boxing him in his head. It's not something to stop it. I could care less what happens. So if he spends the rest of his life looking over his shoulders, then good for him. Then he'll feel somewhat what I feel now. You know, I went through a lot of stuff and I'm still going through a lot of stuff. And then this blow, I get a blow saying, oh, Artist Max struck a deal, aggravated assault, not even felony assault. It's just aggravated assault, not felony assault. This person struck me in the head. I had bleeding on the brain twice, and they said, "Oh, it's just aggravated assault," because those ends do it all the time. It's no big thing. It's no big thing because it didn't happen to somebody in their family. So let's make the deal. Let's close the case. Another feather in my cap. I got my client off. One old person told me, said, if you could peep into hell, hell was full of attorneys, lawyers. Hell was full of them because they do things without a moral compass. All they want to do is win the case, but they do so without any moral compass. So, but as far as I despise him. I despise him. I despise him. And people say, well, then I'm just as guilty for despising him that I should need to forgive. And I'm saying those people that tell me forgive, you go and forgive. Forgiveness is something that comes with God's understanding to each individual. And I just think I'm just not feeling that now. I'm not nowhere near forgiving. You know, I'm not nowhere near forgiving. I'm still going stuff mentally. The after effects of all of what happened, and I'm not nowhere near forgive. Forgive what? No. So I have to deal with the fact that they dismissed this case, like I was garbage. But I know for a fact, had I been a white individual, they would have handled this case differently. The prosecutors would have been compelled to handle the case differently because of the persuasion, because of the color of a man's skin. They certainly wouldn't have went like this here. And you don't hear nobody on the internet contesting what I'm saying, because even white people, even white racist people, know what I say is the truth, and I'm speaking the truth. You won't find nobody contesting me because they know what I'm saying is the truth. But artists back, hey, spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder. You know, there are some people, who like me, even in that town, and that he may still have to pay for. But it won't. I won't lose no sleep over it. I won't lose any sleep over it at all. I don't like the guy. I'm not trying to pretend that I do. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm understanding, because I don't understand it. How somebody could do something like that. So
How does this affect your relationship with Clarissa Shields?
what I don't like about Clarissa Shields and her family, the people that was in that court to support him, they're upholding him. They're upholding what he did, by some justification. I don't know what justification is in their minds. I'm upset at the fact that they upholding this guy. They're saying, well, we're here to support you. He did something wrong. He could have killed me for virtually nothing. For virtually nothing. He could have killed me. But they said, we're here to support you, a brother, a son, a cousin, or whoever he is. We're here to support you. You're here to support. My mother didn't raise me like that. If my mother's sons and daughters were wrong, my mother was the first to say my son or daughter was wrong. And you have to stand your ground and pay for what you did. My mother always taught that. But these people, they're going to uphold what he did, be it right or be it wrong. We're here to support you. And when he winds up with his face laying on the sidewalk, because that's where he's going to wind up sooner or later, these other people, I know he's violated other people. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up to him. It's going to catch up to him. Then when he's laying face down on one of those sidewalks somewhere in Flint, because he's the kind of guy that won't go out of Flint doing that shit. He just do that shit inside of Flint, but he won't go outside of Flint because he don't have the heart to go outside of Flint. He don't have that kind of heart to go outside of Flint. He'll do it there, and he'll wind up laying face down in the pavement of the sidewalk, and then I'll see what the family members say then. So yeah, I'm upset the fact that they supported him, and they're looking the other way as though he was right or whatever. If he was right, if he thought he was right, he would have confronted me face to face. He would have said, "Look, I don't like you arguing with my sister," because that's all it was the argument with one of his sisters that created the argument. I didn't create this argument. She created the argument. I just defended myself in words. If I had punched one of the two women that came up to me with their hands in my face, if I had punched one of them and knocked them out, knocked them unconscious, I'd still be in jail and I'd be facing probably 15 years in the Michigan penal institute. They would have burned me. But because it was Clarissa Shields' brother, he can get away with it. The only way they were going to do something to him if I had died, if I was laying in a hospital on a coma, then maybe they would have done something. But because I'm not lying in a coma, because I'm not lying dead, we can he's okay. He's all right. We can get away with it. It's okay. So I'm upset about it. I'm not acting like a nut, but I'm saying it's sending a dangerous precedence out to other individuals in the world of boxing and in the world in general, that an end can do anything to another end, and nothing ain't gonna happen because it's not that serious, and nobody takes us that serious. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's how it is. That's just the way the things goes in America. But if the individual is white, everything changes. Everything changes because of the color of the skin.
It's a sad state of affairs, Uncle,
Yeah,
but it is the reality that we're in, sadly.
let me tell you something. If Barack Obama had did one, not even I mean a small fraction of what this man, Donald Trump, has done in the office of president. If Barack Obama had done a small fraction of that, they would have buried him. But Donald Trump can do it based on the color of his skin, and nobody's going to come after him. He's running the United States presidency as though he were a dictator. He's not running it like a rational-minded president. He's running the presidency, the office of presidency, the most highest office in the land. He's running it as though he were a dictator. He's saying and doing things inside the highest office in the land that has never been said and done before. This guy is outrageous. But if Barack Obama had done that in office as a black man, they would have came after him. They would have came after him so hard.
Mm-hmm.
But this president, Donald Trump, can say and do what he wants. And nobody is going to say different. Why? Because of the color of his skin. There are two kinds of justices in America. There's a black justice and there's a white justice. This man, Artist Mack, was able to get away with this because of the color of my skin. And if it had been any other color, especially white, they would have buried him.
Okay.
He wouldn't be getting out of jail. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he certainly wouldn't have been charged with aggravated assault. You know, and I asked the question before, I'm asking again. Had it been another celebrity, a celebrity, a Teddy Atlas, a Michael Buffer, a Jim Lampley, Larry Merchant, do you think that this case would have gone that way? Do you personally think that this case would have happened like this? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, if it had been one of them, because they're white men, you don't do that. And furthermore, he would have been barred from all boxing shows throughout the United States. All right? Panama Lewis, Jose Wrestling, was banned from boxing throughout the United States. They couldn't even work in a boxing corner. And they did prison time because they had been found guilty of tampering with boxing gloves. You know, that they had took some of the horsehair out of the boxing gloves, or some other infraction. They had tampered with the gloves, and the course of boxing would be very, very badly injured. And they say it was because it was one of the reasons that he probably committed suicide. And they banned him from boxing for life. You can't get no license work training. It finished Panama Lewis. Panama Lewis was one of the brightest trainers that was in the business, but that finished him. to have another corner-win license. He couldn't do nothing. All right, and this case can be equal to that because much of Panama Lewis' case, nobody actually saw them do that. They just assumed that they did that. Here's a case where people saw this man do this to me, and look, he get a few months in jail. So, like I said, it's different because Jose Resto was a Puerto Rican. I believe he was Puerto Rican, but he was a Latino of some kind. Panama Lewis was black, and the person who was offended, Billy Collins, I believe his name was a white guy. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was a white guy. Many of the bones in his face was fractured.
Wait, what about the guy who injured Andre Joel's uncle from Flint too, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Didn't he do a misdemeanor in the ring?
I mean, nothing happened to him. I didn't hear about nothing that happened to him. I didn't hear nothing happen about.
I think he handed himself into the police.
And he was given license to go back and work in the boxing corner. You understand? He was given a license to go back to it. By right, he should have been banned from boxing altogether.
There you go.
How can you say that you're going to do this to Panama Lewis and Jose Resto, and then another with this person that he mean that he should never be allowed to come to another boxing show. He should be banned completely from boxing shows. He should be banned completely. He has no right there. He has shown that he has no regard for the etiquette or for the people's safety inside of a boxing. But he can come to a boxing because nobody has made him move. Why? Because there was one end doing something to another end, and they do it all the time. So it's not that serious until the person is white.
Okay.
That's when it becomes serious.
Mm-hmm.
So they banned Panama Lewis and Jose Resto from the boxing sites. He can't get a license. Panama Lewis cannot work in a boxing corner never again in this life in the United States. I don't know if Britain.
Look at Margarito. Look at Margarito. He did what he did, didn't he? And the gloves. He came back and boxed again, didn't he?
Year. They gave him 1 year.
Okay, well there you go. Canelo got Canelo got 6 months. Yet Liam Cameron, two white guys, one Mexican, one non-Mexican. One's a ticket seller, the other one isn't. Liam Cameron, he got done for PEDs. Canelo in the beef, and Liam Cameron got done for cocaine, and he's been banned for I think it's 2 years ban. You talk to me about that.
I don't know logistics about that.
Inconsistencies in boxing.
Yes, inconsistencies because people step up to do things when they think that it's fashionable, when the cameras are on, things of that nature, but overall they don't care, But I'm just saying, if this person, Artist Mac, had attacked anybody else, and that person happened to be white, it'd have buried him.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine him doing that to Jim Lampley? Can you imagine him doing that to Larry Merchant? Anywhere. Can you imagine that? Do you think that he would have got an aggravated assault? No, he would have been charged with attempted murder. But it's like I said, it depends on the person. And that's what the upset is. That's why I'm so upset.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's flagrant. It's people are telling me, come and say, well, you should forgive them, you should do this, you should that. And I'm asking that those people, you should put yourself in my place. You should let them hit you in your head. Right? You should let them hit you in your head, let your head slam to a marble floor, let you have bleeding on the brain for a couple of weeks, let you spend 2 trips in a hospital, you know, let them cut short the things that you're doing in your boxing career, and then come back and tell me what you think you should do. I've got a few choice words for those people who tell me that I should forgive them. I'll forgive them. I'll forgive them. It's terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
So it's nothing I can do. All I can do is just I have to carry through with the other legalities of this case. I got to carry. I can't get no justice in the courtrooms, so I have to carry on with the other legalities of this case,
Okay.
and hope to God that I'm successful there.
Mm-hmm. I get that. Prayers are with you, Uncle. Okay, let us talk about what's happening on Saturday night. You there, Uncle?
What about it? You up
Okay.
there?
So, did you manage to see the press conference?
No, I saw some of it.
What did you make of Fury and his dark glasses and his big puffy jacket and Wilder? And the,
I like Tyson Fury. I like him. He's a character.
mm-hmm.
And that's something I think he makes light of dangerous situations, and that's something that's missing in the sport. I like Deontay Wilder. These are two good guys to me. Just out there trying to make their bones.
Okay.
Um, I do think that Deontay Wilder will overcome whatever obstacles that might confront him in the ring. I think that he'll get the knockout in or before the ninth round. But I do think that Tyson Fury will have his moments. I do think that he has plenty of dig down. I do think that he's responsible enough to go out there and do a good job in the ring. That's what I'm looking for, a good job between both guys.
What are the keys to victory for this fight for both men? Start with Fury first.
Um, I think Fury's key to victory, keys to victory, is to use a good, consistent jab starting out. I think that he has to be a master of angles, working the jab and angles, being able to punch on angles.
Okay.
Making his hard punches count. You
Okay.
can't throw a whole lot of meaningless punches because it'll wear him out. You have to make whatever hard punches count. So I think basically you have to use the jab, you have to use angles, and you'll have to deliver his shots, and you'll have to move out the way. Trade on body punches that takes some of the movement. How light can he come? Whatever the case, he's a big guy, and any quick movement that Tyson Fury does or utilizes in that ring, it's going to be costly. It's going to be costly because movement equals energy. All right? Movement equals energy. If Deontay is wound off of that jab, he's landing good body punches. He'll stop him with that energy inside 4 or 5 rounds, and he'll be made to sit there. That's what I'm expecting to happen. I'm expecting Deontay to um, work this jab, work his good jab, and land some right hands. They Fury after 5 or 6 rounds getting hit with that right hand. You know, it'll do something to you. It'll rob him of energy. But he'll be ready to go, around eighth, ninth round. He'll be ready to go. Then Tyson has to be very careful that he doesn't bleed. Because with most people that are commenting on this fight is they don't understand that cuts do not heal from the outside in, but it heals from the inside out. I don't think those cuts have healed quite well yet from his last fight. So I think that Fury is looking to land a Hail Mary and catch Deontay coming in and, hurt him easily and try to finish him off.
They showed some footage of Fury on the pads with Emmanuel Stewart briefly, and people were getting very excited about it. I think that was one of the days during the week he was with Emmanuel Stewart. People were getting very excited about it. Your thoughts?
Pads don't punch back. I don't get excited about pad work. I mean, it's mitts with tricks. Tricks with mitts. All right, everybody looks bitty. Everybody looks beautiful on the mitt. But mitts don't hit back.
Mm-mm.
Mitts are just there to design an aerobic routine. I personally don't really like to use the mitts. I like to teach from my brain, make examples from the brain, the heavy bags, sparring. That's where I try to establish what I want a boxer to understand when I'm training them. I really don't like using mitts or pads. I do it because boxers want, the trainer to use mitts. So I say, okay, we'll use that there for sharpening your eyes, sharpening your reflexes. That's the justification. But to me, it's just a bunch of nonsense to me. It's rehearsed movement. And then boxers will say, oh, it's more than that. When you're trying to justify what you're doing, then you're going to find a justification for it. But I really don't like it, but it's just the way modern boxing is.
Okay. Another question I want to ask you about fighters wearing dark glasses at press conferences. Does it mean anything or does it mean something?
I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. It's just a matter of preference to me. People say, well, he don't want you to see his eyes because he's scared of this and that and that. But the most of the people making those comments, they've never been in an argument, much less taking a punch in the mouth. So please give me a break. All the people, all the fanboys on the internet, well, he was scared. That's why he wore the dog glass. You don't know what a fighter does, why he does it. You can't possibly understand that.
Okay, Uncle, I want to ask you about a few training regimes that Fury's come up with. I want to know whether they would be effective in your training camp. For example, one of the few things Fury, I asked Bermain Stavern the same question, and he was perplexed at first. He says, "I don't beat my meat," so that's what Stavern said. So I'm going to ask you the question: what do you think of? Fury said he would masturbate 7 times a day in preparation to his rematch to Wilder. What do you think about this?
I think that's nonsense. That's. I mean, if you're doing that, that equates having sex in itself. It still robs the legs of it. I just think that he's just talking. I don't believe that.
What about a Fury putting his hands in gasoline to get his fists ready so he can knock out Wilder?
Again, I think it's nonsense. I think it's nonsense. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I would suggest my fighters don't let that kind of stuff get in your head. That's why I like to keep my fighter away from the fight site until it's time to fight. Because when you bring the fight into the environment, you got people saying this, you got people saying that, somebody innuendos. It's just a fusillade of BS. And you don't need that.
At the end of the press conference, Joe Tessitore said, "Oh, we're gonna have one more face-off," and Bob Arum shouted out, no more face-off." Why is that?
Because Bob is old school. Bob is old school. You don't need no face off. That's especially in a volatile situations such as the one between Wilder and Fury. Um, when Vladimir Klitschko was in his heyday, I would always be there next to Emmanuel, and I would always be quick. I'd let him stay there for 5 to 11 seconds, and then I would always put my hand between them and say, "All right, that's and move him back." Most of the time, Vladimir would move back, but I would always insist, "Come on, that's enough is enough. Let's go," because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
But
At the end of the
but
day,
people
with
like
any
that.
team,
People like that little bit extra at the end. They like a bit of
yeah,
that.
because those are punks. Most people like that stuff is punks. Most of the people that like that, yeah, he stared him down. He stared him down. But staring don't do nothing but stare. Most of the people that's watching that stuff, most of the people that get off on that kind of stuff are punks. Those people that are getting off on that kind of stuff, they ain't gonna lick a stamp with somebody else's term. You understand? I mean, they're not gonna beat a drum with a stick. So I mean, they're not gonna do nothing. They just get off on that kind of stuff.
Um, I want
And
to
so
ask
I
you.
like Bob Arum. Bob Arum said, "No, that's enough of this there,"
Okay.
and he's right.
Um, Kubrat Pulev came up with a interesting statement. He said to uh, Anthony Joshua, "I'm going to bust you up in front of your own fans."
I think Anthony Joshua is gonna beat Kubrat Pulev.
What do you think of Kubrat Pulev's comments?
It's just in the old school boxers, you say, "Hey man, don't talk about it, be about it."
Kubrat Pulev, I know that him and Vladimir got into it. I do believe that Kubrat had plenty to say, and he really didn't like Vladimir that much. It became a bit of a grudge match. Why was that?
I really couldn't tell you.
You were
I really
there.
couldn't tell you.
You were there.
I was there, but I was so detached from all of the pre-hype build-up. It doesn't enthuse for me. I started watching boxing in the late '40s, early '50s. I mean, the late '50s, '60s, '70s. Those were my input. That's when boxing was really attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not like it is now. It's a lot of commercialism now. But I started getting involved in boxing in the late '50s, '60s, '70s, '80s. And you just didn't, get really excited about the pre-fight pulls up now. People saying stuff and doing stuff. So I think that Joshua's gonna be Pulev.
Think Pulev's improved since the Vladimir Klitschko fight?
We're gonna see. We'll see in the Joshua fight. I don't think he has any real tests.
Huey
I
Fury?
don't think. Huh?
He fought Huey Fury.
Huey Fury is not a test to me. Huey Fury could be better. Could be better if but for some things. You know, Huey Fury could be a better boxer, but he's minus some things.
Okay.
I
Um,
don't want to say what those some things are unless I was training him. Then I'll make it known to him. There you go.
Okay. Um, I think that Daniel Dubois has been thrown in too deep against Joe Joyce because Joyce has fought better amateur and pro. Um, what are your thoughts on Joyce versus
I think
Dubois?
Daniel Dubois is going to win the fight by decision.
Okay. Okay.
I think he's going to win the fight by decision.
Interesting. Very interesting. The second
Uh
person
huh.
said that
I looked at with the last fight.
against Fujimoto.
The fight before that.
Gorman.
No. I'm talking about
Joyce.
Joyce.
Yeah.
What you
Jennings.
said, Jennings.
Yeah. What about it?
And that showed me some things, some windows of opportunity that Daniel Dubois will
Okay.
have
Let me ask you a
against.
question. Do you think Daniel Dubois could beat Jennings?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. More confidence than I do.
Yeah, I do. I think that Daniel Dubois is a tougher guy than most people think. I think that he'll be tried and tested in this fight versus Joe Joyce, and I think Joe Joyce likewise will be tried and tested in this fight.
Your boy Sorenko thinks that Dubois is very green, and he thinks that they both can punch, but he says that Joyce is far more experienced.
A lot of people think that Daniel Dubois is green,
Your boy said it,
but I just
Sorenko,
yeah.
and he sparred both of them.
Sorenko, that's right. Sorenko has sparred Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois, and yeah, he's green. But I think that Daniel Dubois is capable of rising to the occasion. I think he's very capable, and I think that he will rise to the occasion. And I do think that he's going to win the fight on decision, so late round stoppage. I really do.
Okay, we'll see. And Dillian White's fighting Povetkin.
That's a pick 'em.
I was talking to his trainer last night.
Povetkin is getting along in years, and
Yep.
you know, Dillian White, he went down against Joe
40.
Parker,
Yep.
and he went down against the Brazilian kid.
Yep.
So it's an interesting fight.
Okay. Okay. Uncle, any final thoughts about Fury Wilder 2?
I like Deontay Wilder in a trying, testing fight for both guys. Both guys might have to get off the canvas to win this fight, But I like Deontay Wilder by ninth round or less, ninth round or less in the knockout. But both guys may have to get up off the canvas to win the fight.
Okay. Okay. Sounds interesting.
I think that both guys really understand what's at stake in this fight. It's more than just winning. It's making a statement, you know, about being the king on the throne.
Um,
I think that they're gonna make a statement in this fight. Both
Wilder was
guys.
talking about Black History Month in a trivia question. Fury was quite quick to shut that all down and say it wasn't about a black and a white man fighting, but it was about two boxers fighting. What are your
What did he
thoughts?
say? What did he say?
Deontay Wilder said he was going to make the trivia question for Black History Month. His knockout of Tyson Fury, and Fury said it's got nothing to do with a black man and a white man fighting against one another. It's two boxers fighting, two of the best in the world
No,
fight.
he's not. No, I understand what Deontay is saying. He's not making a racial scenario out of it. He just said he's making a trivia question. What round did I knock Fury out in?
For Black History Month.
Black History Month. It's a good question. Yeah, I think it's a good question. What round did I knock him out? What round did I knock out Tyson Fury? It could have been. It could have been Riddick Bowe, Anthony Joshua. Just it's a Black History question. Because the fight is happening in Black History Month
But
right
it's
now.
against a
So it's
white
not a
guy.
racial thing.
Against a white guy. So that's the whole thing there. That's why it's the thing about the racial
Yeah, but
connotations
it
of
could
it.
have been, but it could have been a black man. He still could have said, you
Yeah,
know,
but it isn't. It isn't, and that's why. And of course, there was all that till this day stuff from before.
I don't think it's how people look at it. But I don't. I just off the top of my head, I wouldn't think it was a racial question.
No, I didn't either, but it is what it is. Uncle, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Sports Gaming once again. Any final thoughts?
See you fight time. See you fight
See you fight time, Uncle. All the best. See you soon.
time. Yep.
Take care.
Good night.
Good night.